In 2016, the Florida Supreme Court ruled that the state's death penalty law was unconstitutional because it did not require a unanimous decision from the jury to recommend a convicted murderer be sentenced to death. But last Thursday, justices said they got it wrong.
What they have done is overturned their own previous decision. And that doesn't come lightly certainly with the Supreme Court.
The Florida Supreme Court ruling a jury only has to unanimously agree a person is eligible for a death sentence.
In guilty phase, there are two parts. Number one, the jury has to find that there is a aggravating circumstances or mitigating circumstances, and they have to find that unanimously.
The court now reversing course on the second part of the law.
The second part of that was that they needed to recommend either life or death, and that too needed to be unanimous.
Since the court's 2016 ruling, dozens of death row inmates who were sentenced to death on a non-unanimous jury decision have been granted new sentencing hearings.
But what that does, it puts a lot of people in a quandary because they're looking at this. All of a sudden, they thought they had a reprieve and they were acting based on that, and yet the court is turning it on its head again, and now they're back on death rows.
For now, a jury still has to give a unanimous recommendation of death for someone to be sentenced to the death penalty. For that to change, the state legislature would have to reverse the law it passed following the court's 2016 ruling. And until the law changes, defendants charged with capital murder like Wisner Desmarais, who's accused of killing a Fort Myers police officer, would still need to have a unanimous recommendation to be sentenced to the death penalty.
Leaving it the way that it is with a unanimous requirement for both parts of the sentencing phase, we are in line with most other states.
In Fort Myers, Sandra Rodriguez, Fox 4 in your corner.